Hello Year 2, it is Wednesday the 20th of January. So we are on our third maths session of the week. This is for the Year 2 booklet. So as we always say to you, just check that's the booklet that you've got in front of you. And we're working today from page 8. So we're continuing with adding, which we started earlier in the week. Now the first questions are asking you to use this number line. But at Sandon, this isn't the way that we would teach how to add two two-digit numbers together. So Mrs. Wood's going to show you the method that we've learned in school and that we would expect you to do at home as well. So just take no notice of the number line at the top, and I'm going to show you the way that we would do this in school. So the first question is 4 number sentences adding two two-digit numbers. So that means adding two numbers that are made of a tens and a ones. Now remember, we're adding, so we're getting bigger. So I've got a number sentence on the board. My number sentence says 25 add 13. Now we're not going to do that using a number line. I'm going to show you how to do it how we would in school, like I've said. So 25 add 13. I'm going to break my number up first to see how many tens and how many ones each number is made of. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go at drawing it first. This always helps me. So I'm going to draw, first of all, 25. So I'm going to draw my 2 tens. 25 is made of 2 tens and 5 ones. I'm going to draw my 2 tens and then my 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should be able to see there, I've drawn 2 tens and 5 ones. And then I'm going to add 13 onto 25. So underneath, I'm going to draw 1 10 and 3 ones because 13 is made of 1 10 and 3 ones. Okay. So I've drawn both of my two-digit numbers. I've drawn my 2 tens and 5 ones to make 25 and my 1 10 and 3 ones to make 13. What I need to do now, Year 2, is count all of my ones first. So when we're using this method, it's really important that we count the ones column first. Let me count my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 add 3 is 8. I need to leave space for our tens number. And now we're going to count the tens. 10, 20, 30. 3 tens. So 2 tens and 1 10 make 3 tens, 38. Hopefully you can see that as well. So I've drawn it. Now, once we get used to drawing it, we can then put the pictures into what we call the column method. So I've drawn the column method here instead. Let's move this picture out of the way so we can see. Oh, it's not going to move. Okay, so we've drawn the column method. Now we're going to write it in a column instead of going across like a sentence. So I'm going to start with my tens and ones at the top. I'm going to write 25 first of all, add 13. So this is just the same as we've just done, but before we drew it. Okay. So can you remember which column Mrs. Wood said to start with? We said to start with the ones column. So just like the pictures, we're going to add 5 and 3 more. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 and 3, my ones make 8. My tens, 2 tens and 1 10. Here, 20 and 10, 2 tens and 1 10 make 30. So I'll show you there, Year 2, how to add two two-digit numbers by adding the tens and the ones pictorially and then using the column method. Let's have a go at one more. Okay. So I've got this time, started 25 again, but I'm adding 43 this time. Now, can you remember what Mrs. Wood's rule was when we're adding? What's it always easier to start with? the bigger number. So I'm going to switch these around because I can do that for adding. I can switch the numbers around and it will still give me the same answer. So 43 add 25, or 25 add 43. So I'm going to draw them first. So I need to check what my numbers are made of to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to start with 43. So I'm going to draw 43. So just tell your grown-up, what is 43 made of? 43, let's pull it apart. 43, 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. And then how many ones? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're going to add 25 underneath. So what is 25 made of? 2 tens and 5 ones. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I've drawn my 2 tens here, and my 4 tens here, my 5 ones, and my 3 ones. So now I'm going to count them all together, the total, to see and find my answer. I'm going to start with what first? The ones. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 ones. That will be my ones column. Okay, so we'll just give it a little tap over just to make sure it doesn't go off, that's all. Okay, let's count my tens now. So I'm counting 2 tens and 4 tens all together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. My answer is 68. I've got 2 tens and 4 tens make 60. 5 and 3 makes 8. I'm going to show you that in the column now. So we're going to do the same thing, but write it in the column method this time. So just what we've done pictorially, but now writing it as a number problem. So we need to write here at the top, 4 tens and 1s. Okay, then 25, add 43, or we can start with 43. If you want to start with the largest number. Okay, so we're going to add 5 and 3 together first. So 5 add 3, if we look, it was 8. 5 and 3 is 8. Okay, and then we're adding 2 tens and 4 tens. If we check our picture, 4 tens and 2 tens, or 2 tens and 4 tens, was 6 tens, which is 16. It gives us the same answer. Okay, so that should help you with question 1. So if you have a go at the way that I've shown you, the method to answer all of those 4 questions. Okay. So question 2 moves on to now adding 3 one-digit numbers. Okay. So we can start with a larger number. That was Mrs. Wood's top tip. But we can also look for patterns when we are adding 3 one-digit numbers together. So it's just asking you here to add them together and then find the correct total, the correct answer. Okay. So I've got an example here. 7 add 9 add 3. Now I could start with 9 and add 7 and then add 3. I just want to look to see if I can see any patterns within that number sentence first. Now I want to see a number bond in my sentence. I know that 7 and 3 makes 10. So I've got an answer there already. I've got 10, so I've got to start. So 7 and 3 makes 10, and I've got 9 here that I also need to add on. So I need to know what 10 add 9 is. So we put 10 and 9 together. Think, oh, my 10s and 1s, my place value should help me here. We can check in our head as well. 10 add 9, so 9 fingers. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I found 7 and 3 that I know is 10, plus another 9 is 19. Okay. Now, you haven't got to do it that way. You can start with the largest number and the next largest number, add those, and then add on the smallest number. Okay. The next one, I've got 4 add 6 add 1. Now, can you spot a pattern that you notice in there? So always look for 2 numbers that you know the answer to straight away or how to add. So I know that 4 and 6 makes 10. And then I've only got to add one more on there, which gives me 11. So that should help you with these ones here. Okay, or you could start with the largest number. So here we'd start with 8, add 5 more on, which would give us 13. And then another 2 would give us 15. And you can see it's been matched correctly there. So that should help you with the rest of the page. Okay, so that's all for today. So that was page 8. That's Wednesday's Year 2 Maths book learning. And we'll see you tomorrow for Thursday's maths. Bye.